Just expand on your demands. What exactly is this march about? What are you asking for?
Well, thank you for having me, and morning to the viewers. Now, our demands has always been our demand. Number one, the priority is the school infrastructure in our schools, especially at Mpumalanga, because this we must understand it's a national shutdown. It's not only on Gauteng. We hear Comrade Panyaza Lusufi saying that it's unnecessary for us to raise these issues or have this shutdown. But now, it's seemingly the Department of Education is not taking learners very serious. You see some of the schools, they are mud schools around Mpumalanga and Limpopo, and nothing has been said or nothing has been happening to renew those schools till to date.
All right, Wandile, I mean, we understand that the frustrations you share, I'm sure, are shared by many South Africans. We've also focused largely on just the conditions of schools and where pupils actually have to go to class, or sometimes if there even is a classroom. But is a one-day shutdown actually going to draw attention and pulling pupils out of school, asking them to get out of class, not go to class, come take part in a march, close to exam time, as you heard the MEC there say? Is that the answer? Is that going to help you at all?
Well, we'll be always striving towards victory. We're not going to relax until we have reached our final destination. We are aware that this is a national shutdown. We're still coming to our provincial shutdowns if this call is not being taken serious. And our national structure has been trying to communicate with the Department of Education. And they've not been coming to the party. Now, hence, we called for this shutdown.
What have you done so far to try to get to them to talk? You say that they haven't come to the party. What have you requested from them?
Well, as I, for one, sit in the NEC meeting, it has been reported that the Department of Education were not willing to come to the party and discuss issues that are affecting to the students. Now, when they heard that we have a national shutdown, they called our leaders and called to cancel the march. And now that's when they're going to take us serious. And another important issue that we must focus on is the issue of those students who have been not being able to access education, those who fought for this free education, that some of us are going to be direct beneficiaries of.
All right, Wandile, you heard the MEC say that nobody is going to adhere, or it doesn't seem like anybody will heed the call. Now, I'm just looking at the statement sent out by Cosas, and just what was said here. John Macheke, who is your president, saying that each and every teacher will go to a classroom and try to teach while schools are being closed. We will moor the teacher and they must be expelled. I mean, you have to wonder, with language like that, would you expect, or with sentiment like that being expressed, would you expect that anybody would be sympathetic to your cause?
Well, I didn't get that question. Can you please repeat?
In your state, in a report, and the president of COSAS, your president, John Macheke, saying, and being quoted here, saying, each and every teacher who will go to a classroom and try to teach while schools are being closed, we will moor that teacher and they must be expelled from their own school and the principal must be fired, because you cannot teach in a school that is not conjunctive for learning. Well, I'm concerned about that threat, is to say that we will moor a teacher who goes to school today. Is that what you actually plan to do for schools that don't adhere to your call to shut down?
Well, we must understand that today it's not a normal schooling day. Now, if any teacher takes a risk to go out and teach while other students are striving for what they believe in, now it's their risk, because there are other consequences that might happen to them. And those
like
ones who want to sell out our revolution.
When you say other consequences, what do you mean? Are you actually threatening violence? Because one of your concerns is security at school. So how do you justify that you say you will do this to teachers when you're worried about safety at schools?
You know, we must understand that this is a national shutdown, and an injury to one is an injury to all. That is why we're in solidarity with the ones who fought for this free education that we are about to get benefits of. Now, our school safety, there's no one to be at our schools, and we are aware that there's other schools who are still planning to continue with the normal activity of day to day. But we are saying to them, and we are also warning them, that it cannot be that we are at the streets and fighting for what they are going to benefit, and hence they are all relaxing and enjoying the fruits that they are enjoying what we are going to
but they are in class, they are teaching, they are conducting lessons. I don't understand how you think that would be relaxing and enjoying the fruits. And I'm most concerned, and you're not answering my question about the threat to move those teachers that are actually going to be in class. I mean, is there any way to sort of help your cause and what you're trying to draw attention to today? That is my point. And everybody, I'm sure, sympathizes. Nobody's disputing, yes, that everyone needs a decent classroom, that your intention and what you're fighting for, there is no issue with that. I'm concerned about how you plan to fight for this.
No, we must not forget that the teachers must not behave like they are attending day-to-day activities or attending their normal classes. We fight with the Department of Education every year that there are teachers who are not attending. And we are fortunate that SADTU at the provincial level has come on board to say that there is no teacher who is going to class and go to teach while we are fighting for
what are you going to do to them?
And we are not going to relax until we have achieved that.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to do this? Are you going to move the teachers that are actually in class today, those who are in class teaching?
We are going to shut down. We are going to shut down every institution where we see that they are not coming to the party. So every institution that they are operating very well, we are going to just shut it down.
Even if it takes violence, Wandile, is that what you're saying? To shut it down? Even if it takes violence, that's what you're going to do, to shut down these schools?
You know, maybe we don't have an experience what I mean when I say it's shut down. There's no schooling when I say it's shut down.
I understand that. I'm looking at a quote from your president, COSAS president, who says, if a teacher, whoever will go to a classroom and try to teach, we will move that teacher. That's what I'm asking. Is that what you're going to do? That's come from your president, from COSAS president. He's been quoted in an article as saying that.
Now, if they are not operating with us, we'll be forced to do that.
So you will resort to that if it's necessary?
Now, if it's necessary, we'll resort to that. Remember, we are student leaders and we put academic excellence as our priority. There's never a way when we as leaders do not preach about academic excellence. We have always been preaching about academic excellence. However, we must know that there are other challenges that needs a mass action like this one for them to be transformed in this country.
All right. Well, it's all good and well, I'm saying, to have mass action, and I'm sure the entire country is sympathetic to the cause. And yes, we understand that the quality learning is not happening in some places. But I fail to understand how you can make a threat like that and expect that they will come out to support you. You know,
we have our strongholds in the entire country, and we are the student movement that has the biggest membership in this country. Now, we fail to understand when the MEC says the students are not showing positive response to our call. It's their call. It's their call that they are making. We as student leaders who are just their voices, and we are just representing their views. Now, and also the Department of Education must be ashamed that prisoners look a little bit prettier than schools here in South Africa. Now, hence we say that today we are embarking on a shutdown because the Department of Education has not been taking us very serious on this call. And they've been promising to make plans or make necessary adjustments to our schools. Now, look at the schools that are in town. They are just beautiful. They have all the facilities that they need for them to get a quality education. But our township schools are still rejected even today.
I'm not asking you to justify, because I do understand, and we ourselves have focused on the state of schools. You don't have to tell me twice or tell anyone here twice about what the state of some schools are and what we've seen. But the conversation this morning has been about the concern as to your actions and what you will do. But we will leave it there for now, because I think that the discussion has gone long enough, gone on, and we seem to be going in circles about it. We do understand the cause. We are sympathetic. We ourselves will champion the cause for better quality and better actual classrooms and actual toilets for pupils in our schools. But we'll be watching that march very closely today. Thank you very much for your time.